Today we're cleaning our Wolf M Series oven, and we're going to be doing this. We're going to go step by step. We're going to be using the self-cleaning mode, and we're also going to take out the racks and the side rails, and we're going to get those all cleaned. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and on this channel we just have so much fun together in the kitchen and the pantry and out in the veggie garden. Today we're cleaning in the kitchen. So what we're going to do, Jay has come in from the hanger and he's going to help us get these racks and the side rails out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the oven open, and then he's going to get in here and get these out for us. Let's take out our next one. And now I'm gonna let you look inside here really quick, because on the side you see the rails where those racks sit, and there's 4 little screws up here. Now you don't touch the screws. The instructions say we just lift that up. So we're gonna try it. That's easy. Ah, you got that one out. Let's go over. Hey babe.
Hi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too.
So you can see right here, we do have a little bit, or not a little, we got a lot of dirt there on the back, all along here, and then here on the inside of this, of the door on the glass. And the instructions say to take a damp cloth and just go ahead and get off the surface dirt if we can. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so here we are on the display. The first thing we're gonna do is we are going to click Quick Start. Now we're going to scroll over. Let's scroll until we see clean. We're going to click clean. I tapped on clean. It says okay. Oh, but first it says remove oven racks and rack guides. We've already done that, so we're going to click okay. And now it pops up. It says clean for 4 hours. Now when we punch start, it's going to lock. So you want to make sure you're really ready to do this. So we're going to punch start. And there we go, and it's gonna click in a minute, and it's gonna lock up, and we won't be able to get in there, and this is gonna heat up to 900 degrees. So the suggestion on the internet was to come over here, and we're gonna turn on the vent hood, and they suggested opening some windows, and so I'm gonna go open those really quick also. Now as that's starting to clean, and you might be able to hear a little humming, it has just it's not loud, it's just like a little small hum noise. But if you hear it, that's what's happening. As it's starting to clean, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the racks and what we're gonna be doing with these. So first of all, the side rails. The side rails we have here, they're not really too terrible. I'll try to get it up close so you can see. They're not terrible, but they do need to be cleaned. Now, these side rails, I think what we're gonna be able to do is I think we can do these in the sink. So when I went onto the Wolf site, there were a couple of different suggestions. The first suggestion was that if you have a stainless steel sink that's big enough, they suggested taking these items, putting them in the bottom of that sink, and then putting warm water in there, and actually putting Tide detergent, letting it soak for 30 minutes, and then scrubbing and rinsing off with Dawn soap. Well, I checked my utility sink, my pantry sink. Even the one out in the hanger is not big enough. One in the hanger was almost big enough, but really not quite big enough. And so I believe what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take these side rails, put them in the utility room sink, and I'll show you that, and do what they suggested. Soak them in water, put the Tide soap in there, and then we'll rinse them off with Dawn soap. For the other 2 items that are pretty big, this rack that comes in and out, this one is not very dirty, but I still want to clean it. This one, however, this little guy is just filthy. I have cooked in the oven so much that this one is really, really dirty. And so what they suggested was to take this, put it in a large size black trash bag, and I have some thick ones that Jay uses out in the hanger. Put that in a trash bag and spray it down with oven cleaner like Easy Off, tie it up, let it soak for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then scrub on them and clean them, and then wash them off with Dawn soap. So we're gonna try that and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And I'm also gonna look below the oven because I have a couple of other racks that I've used some. I'm gonna check and see if they need to be cleaned also. Okay, so now we've got the Vienna hood on. I know you can hear that. And we got the oven here. It's all doing its thing. And I had to put a sign up that says do not open the oven, because just in case Jay's, one of his friends, comes in while I'm doing this, I didn't want it to, by accident, to get open. So now we're gonna start with our little side rails, and we're gonna take these little guys and we're gonna go down to the utility room. So we're gonna tootle down here, and we're gonna put these in the sink. And like I said, we're gonna put some more water, and then we're gonna get Tide detergent. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that just sounds, oh, there's some dog balls. I didn't notice that. Those are our kids' balls. It seems kind of strange to me to do Tide detergent, but I'm gonna do that. And it actually, that suggestion came from the Wolf professional site. So we're gonna do that. So now I'm gonna fill this up. Let me get the Tide. There it is. We're gonna get the Tide, and I'm glad, I think that's Tide. Yeah, it's Tide. There we go. I'm glad that I had some of that. And we'll get that filled up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got some warm water going in here. And now I'm gonna take these rails. Let's see. Plop one in. I'm gonna take the second one. And we're gonna plop in this other one. We're gonna let this fill up, and then once it fills up and it's completely covered, we'll let it sit in here and soak for, it said like 30 minutes to an hour or something. So we're just gonna let it soak, and in the meantime, we're gonna go outside and try to get this other part with the garbage bag. So I did go get some gloves, so I think we're gonna need some gloves for this. And then we're gonna go get the Easy Off. Jay got me some when he was at Lowe's yesterday. So let's grab that, and I'll meet you outside. So real quick, let's take a peek in here at the time. So we've got almost 3 hours left. We've been going a little over an hour, and I turned the vent hood off just for a second while we're talking. And now let's pop on out and work on our racks. Okay, so we have a change of plans. I was going to take the racks and the Easy Off and the garbage bag and go do that on the concrete out by the garage. It's a big old area. I thought it'd be perfect. Well, it is too windy. It's decided for some reason to be extremely windy today, and I just don't think I should do that. So I have this little area. Let me show you up here. So I think what I can do is, I got my stuff here. I think I can set them up here, put them in the garbage bags, spray them, and then tie them up. So let me get everything together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I have done is I've got me a little mask, I've got my Easy Off. It looks like I'm getting ready to do surgery. But I took this garbage bag, it's a really heavy duty one, and I have put this in here, and then I'm gonna hold this up, and I'm just gonna spray and spray and spray this whole thing with Easy Off. And then I'm gonna close it up, and we'll let it soak. Okay, so now here we go, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually gonna put my mask on, because I just really do not wanna breathe any of this stuff. So let's put that on. Get this lid off. I'm gonna have to go get Jay to open this lid. Okay, now, so Jay got this open for me. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this little guy, we're gonna lift this up like this, and I'm just gonna spray, spray, spray like crazy. And just coat it off. You can see what you're coating. We're just gonna coat it all. Now I'm just gonna lift this up and push it a little further in there. Everything's getting coated really good. And I believe, since I'm coating it so good, that things should just drizzle over to the other side. Okay. And now I'm gonna take this. It said to tie it up, but I don't have any ties. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna pick it up, and let it just sit on the ground. Or I think what I'm going to do is just take it and fold it up like this. and then put the other one on top of it. I don't think anything wrong with that. That's going to be perfect. Now I have my second one, and I put it in here, and I'm just going to start spraying. And I'll bring you around here in a minute so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so here you can see what I did. Is I just went in here and I have just coated this whole thing with that Easy Off. And so now we're just gonna fold this up and let these sit for around 30 minutes to an hour. We are, and we'll be back. And someone is talking to me over here. Looky here. Here is Heidi. I don't have to, she wants us to say hi. Hi, Heidi. She isn't wanting to get in here. I won't let her get close while I'm doing this. Her brother is way out there. There's Ace. Ace, come here and say hi. He's gonna come. There, he's coming. Anyway, so I'm gonna go inside now and we're gonna go check and see how the racks are doing that we have in the utility room. I've come in here and these are the side rails and they've been soaking for a good while. Probably for about 45 minutes I left them in here. And when I pick them up, you know, there's quite a bit of dirt, you know, still on them. And so I took one of these little guys, a little scrub, and then this does pretty easily bring most of this off. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that. There's a couple of areas here I'm worried about, but no. I was afraid I might need to use one of these little scrubbing pads, but it looks like everything's coming off, which I'm surprised because this was really baked on there pretty hard. So I'm going to finish, I'm just going to take both of these and I'm going to scrub them and then I'll let you know how this works out. And now what I have done is I have just put Dawn soap all over these, and I have gone ahead, let me see if you can see that. I have gone ahead and I had wiped these down and covered them completely. The bottom one I already did, covered them in Dawn soap. And now I'm just going to rinse them all off, and these are going to be done. And they did really, really well. I only had on each one of these, on the top one, no, I think it was on the bottom one, there was some grease or whatever that was a little bit too hard for this to get it off. So I used the other little scrubber, but otherwise it came off super easy. So I'm just going to rinse these off. So quick update, it looks like we have got an hour and 31 minutes left. So now we're going to go check on those racks that have been in those garbage bags. Real quick, I thought I would tell you, as far as the smell, there's a little bit of an odor, but not much at all. And I've just had the vent hood on and left the door open. Okay, so what I've done is I brought in one of these garbage bags. I brought in the one that actually has the worst rack in it. And I've got me several different little tools here. And I was just going to start with my damp sponge, and I can tell you already, just by doing this a couple of times right here, this stuff's going to come off easily. It looks like it's just going to wipe off. The challenge that I see with this is that, you see, I see there, it's just wiping right off. The challenge that I see is that there's some little nooks and crannies, and if you're really wanting to get it all, like I brought me this other little scrubber that I can use, and then I've got this little guy right here that I can get up way into the nooks and crannies. It's a cheapy little toothbrush. But so I'm going to work on this for a little while. We've got about an hour and a half before the oven is ready, and it may take me that long to get all this cleaned off. And I have no one to blame but myself, because I should have done this much sooner. And so now this is definitely going to make me just quickly clean all these things about every 4 months. So anyway, let me get busy working on this, and then I will get back and I'll give you an update. So what I have done now is, most of this actually is coming off pretty good. I've had to use my other little scrubber just a couple of times, but I wanted you to see what it's like about halfway through, because over here you can see when I move this off, this is all nice and shiny, it's all clean. Over here it's really, really bad still, but I decided to take this garbage bag and to split it, so then that way I can still sit it right here, I can work on it, it's not going to make a big mess or anything. And then I'm going to flip it over once I've done this. After I flip it over, then I'm going to do that rinse with the Dawn soap, and then I'll let you see the final product. Wow, look at these, y'all. These turned out so good. We got the side rails here, And then right here, we have the other 2 racks. Now this oven also has 2 other racks. It's just that these seem to be the ones that I use most of the time. They turned out wonderful. And then over here, I've just noticed this just finished and it says self-clean complete. So I'm gonna click OK. And so yeah, I think we're done. Now let's see if it will open. Okay. It actually has opened. It said it wouldn't open till it cooled down below 550. So it looks like we're clean and it looks like there's some dust. It said that there might be some dust. So I do see some dust down there. So I'm gonna need to, after it cools down completely, I'll wipe that out. So I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Y'all, this is looking so good. Y'all, this is looking so good. Looky here. I got the sides in. I got the rails there on the side, so now we're gonna put in the racks. It's so good, y'all. I just put in this rack. We have one other rack to put in, but look at this. It is looking so good. It just slides in there and it is so clean. If this has been helpful, please click that like button and let me know. And here we go. I'm gonna close the door. Be sure and check out that next video that's popping up. I'll see you over there in a few minutes. Bye-bye.